Reshpei Bet. It's on? It's on?
No, just
okay. So, wow, we're starting a new Torah. Baruch Hashem. We went through the Torah Aleph, the first Torah, and now we are on the Torah Reshpei Bet. Reshpei Bet is 282. And on this Torah, Rabbeinu said, I want you to go with this Torah all your life. With each Torah, I want you to go. I want you to learn the Torah and to be like we did on Torah Aleph. Like it was maybe half a year that we learned it and we spoke about it and we dabbled with it and we did the work with it. But this Torah should be all the time with us. So I'm very happy we are doing it. It's a very important thing. So it starts, דע כי צריך לדון את כל אדם לקו זכות, ואפילו מישהו רשע גמור צריך לחפש ולמצוא בו איזה מעט טוב, שבאותו המעט אין לו רשע. ועל ידי זה שמוצא בו מעט טוב ודן אותו לקו זכות, על ידי זה מעלה אותו באמת לקו זכות.
יוסף קרדונר has a song.
כן. יוכל להשיבו בתשובה. Also on Torah Aleph he has a song. Yeah. And I'm just reading it that we know generally what the Torah talks about. So the Torah talks about judging. You have to know that you have to judge everyone for the good side. Yeah? If you see someone does something bad, or you see he is a bad man, he is really a bad man, yeah? You have to find something good in him, that in this point he's not bad. Yeah? He's bad. He's doing many problems to other poor people in his town, and he's a bad man. Okay, but because he was born a man, yeah, and Mishnah says, "Chaviv Adam shenivra b'tzelem, chiba yetera noda la'adam shenivra b'tzelem." Hashem loves the man because he was created in his image. Yeah, a special love he has for the man because he was created in his image. Yeah, so it means God looks at the man in a very special way, because he said it double times. Yeah, Hashem loves the man because he was created. He loves a special love. He loves the man. Yeah, like when someone is a painter or is an artist, you know, and he does work. Yes, he has a kind of work. This work I love. Why do I love this work so much? Because I put all my soul and all my power in this work. What happened with the other work? You didn't put your power and your soul? I did, but not as much as I did here. You know? And okay, it's the same with anyone, in any kind of work. You know, there are works that you know, you did a special job on this, so you love it. So this is the man. So because he was born a man, and because he was born in the image of Hashem, yeah, so he must have something good in him. And I have to find it. And I have to judge the man and look on the man and find this point where this man is good, or this woman is good. Yeah? And when you do like this, when you find a small place or a small deed that this man or woman did, a good deed, yeah, from this point you can pick up this man and change him altogether. Even if you don't speak to him, you don't have to tell him what you think about him. You just have to think about it. Like you know, for you, you know, like a judge, you know, when he sits, you know, he sits and there's a criminal there, you know. He killed his mother and his father and all his brothers. He's really a bad man, you know. You cannot think of something worse, yeah? But because he's a man, he has something good in him. And if I will find this point that is good in him, it's not that I won't put him into jail. I'll put him into jail. For sure, he has to go to jail. Maybe he has to he has to have a death sentence. Okay, but still, look for a good point. This good point will bring him up for a little bit. So at least he will, you know, he will make tshuva in his last minutes, in last hour. He will make tshuva. He will repent. I'm sorry I did it. You know, I don't know what happened to me. You know, I went crazy when I did this thing. He will say something good, and even if I won't say it, it's like I think all the time it was Hercules, the Greek hero. Right. But someone told me it was the philosopher, one of the Greek philosophers, that said, "Give me one place to stand on, and I will be able to hold the world in my hand." Because the world is really goes around in the air, in no place. Yeah? But I cannot pick it up because I don't have where to stand. But if I would have some place to stand, I could pick it up. You know? It's the same with a man. A man is a small world. That's what the Mishnah calls the man, like a small world. Each one of us is a world, is a whole world. Give me one point that I can stand on this point, I can lift this man to come back to his maila, to his level of a man, and not being an animal, like we gave the example, you know. And each one of us, you know, we have the point that we behave like animals, you know. Like what does it mean if someone comes and tells me, "What are you doing? You pushed on the queue." That's a good example for Israelis, you know. In Israelis in Chutz La'aretz, you know, this Israeli guy comes, pushes down in the queue, you know, everybody stands quiet, you know, have patience, you know, and the Israeli guy comes, "Hey, listen, I have to be the first." Yeah? He can be a good man, but he feels like this, he must be the first. Why? What they give in, what happened? You have to pay first, you know. If you be first, you have to pay first. You know? I have to be the first. If I go to him and say, and I start shouting at him, you know, "What you're doing is not the way. You're not in Israel." Yeah, he will shout back at me. But if I tell him, you know, "Hey, you are really a good man. You have a good character. Yeah, you're really a good fighter. You've been to the army." Yeah? So, "Yeah, sure, I've been to the army. Yeah, what you did in the army. Wow." You see, you know, but, you know, now you're not in the army anymore. Now we are people, you know. And you have a good character, you know. You've been to the army, you did good things, you know. You're a good worker, whatever, you know. He will react different altogether. Yeah? So, "Wow, you know, I was, you know," he will apologize, yeah? Why? Because something, and even if not, at least didn't get mad. Right. Yeah? And maybe he didn't change right now, straight away, but tomorrow he will understand it. So this is the main point, the general point. In the end, he speaks about the tzaddik, that the tzaddik can find all the good points in all the people in the world. Yeah, he has this good eye that he can look good on everyone and find the good points and connect them all together and bring them to Hashem. You know, and by this he makes music that Hashem enjoys it, and all the good things that happens from there. Okay, this is the general job with a little bit getting enthusiastic about it.
Excited.
Okay. So, when I think I told you about it, that when I told someone that I finished Torah Aleph and I want to go to Resh Pei Bet, so he told me, wow, this is the Torah of Geula. I said, wow, I never heard it, that this is the Torah of Geula. But now when I start going into it, you understand, that if you take this job, because Rabbeinu starts, you have to know, כי צריך לדון את כל אדם לכף זכות. You have to judge, it's a work that you have to do it every day. You have to judge everyone you meet in this day for the good side. So it's a work that comes all the time. If we will do it really, there will be no arguments. If someone will get used to it, if each one of us will get used to not getting into any argument, because when he comes against me, I went to the Musach,
garage.
To the garage, I went to the garage, and the man didn't do a good job. Okay, instead of arguing with him, I tell him, listen, let's go make a round. Listen, I listen something strange. Yeah. You go around with him, You hear this? Yeah, there's something strange there. Maybe I didn't take care of something. I didn't tell you about something. Maybe you can check it again. I don't go straight away. You didn't do a good job. I go gently. Every day I go gently. And if not, okay, it didn't work. It didn't work, sir. Go like this, if all the people are going to go and think like this and be like this and behave like this, you won't have any soldiers. No one will be a soldier. Nobody will fight. Why? Because, okay, we have a problem here. It will be okay. It will be smooth. Life will be much smoother. So really, this is how it's going to be when the Geula is going to come. When Mashiach is going to come, everybody will be understanding everybody else. Amen. Okay. So, this Torah was said on Simchat Torah. In Simchat Torah. And straight after Simchat Torah, Rabbeinu went to Lemberg. Lemberg is in Lebów, in Poland. It's an area that changed all the time between Poland and Russia, because 200 years ago Poland was the empire on this area of the world, and then Russia became stronger and took this base. So it's called White Poland. This area, and Lvov is one of the places where there were a lot of doctors, and there were special streams, with all kinds of health power. So Rabbeinu had to go there because, maybe half a year before, he got the disease that he died from. Shachefet is called. I don't know how they call it in English. It's in the lungs.
Yeah, it's tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis. Yeah, right. So he was sick with this, and he had to go to the doctors. And it's known that he went there to the doctors, which is against what he believed in and taught us not to go to the doctors and not to believe in the doctors, because he wanted to go and fight the Epicurus and Minos, the point of anti-belief. Because when you go to a doctor, so you believe that the doctor is going to cure you. Yeah? And it's normal. You know, once you went to them, like, especially if it's a heavy disease, you know, you start believing. I started with praying to Hashem, please help me. But when I got into their hands, and they tell me, no, you must take this medicine, and you must take this medicine, okay, you know, I have to take care of myself. I must do it, you know. And if the doctor says, he knows what he knows. But if someone goes into the medicine theories, so he will find for any theory that there's a theory against it.
Yep.
There's no one theory that all the doctors agree about, you know.
So true.
Yeah, but then, you know, but each doctor has to take away. If he wants to try and cure someone, he cannot say, no, it works, it doesn't work. He has to go on the way. And if he wants to go on the way, he must believe this way. And my grandson was now in the hospital for 3 months. And the doctor there was humble. And it's, you know, it's, wow, it's like a miracle to find a doctor that is humble, you know, that he understands, you know. Every sentence he said, you know, I hope it will help. He was speaking like this all the time. Yeah, I hope we're going on the right way. I hope it's going to work. I hope he's going to be out of it in the days to come. Until the end of the last day, he didn't say, no, it's finished. I hope it will finish. I hope like this. I'm preparing the release certificates, you know, but it's very rare to find such a person that he's a doctor, you know, and still he goes on, I don't know anything, you know, I'm not the one that knows everything and tells you everything. I'm doing my best. Yeah, it's very, so he went there, you know, to fight the epikosis. How do you say epikosis?
Unbelievers.
Unbelievers, yeah. This is the point. Unbelievers, because later, you know, he said, Rabbi said that the belief is going to go very, very low. The unbelievers are going to be very powerful, very, very strong. So this was the reason he went there. That was the biggest place where all the doctors were there, to go inside and to do something. So, Isru Chag, straight after Sukkot of Tafkuf Samechet, he just, you know, went on the carriage and went away. But Rabbi Natan was there on Sukkot, so he wanted to go with him. And there were the rich guys that had the good carriages, you know, and they didn't want to take him. They didn't want to take Rabbi Natan, you know, which is amazing because he was the #1 student. How come you don't take them? And all of them knew, but they didn't want to take him. You know, we're in a very hurry and we have business and we're just going with the Rebbe for half the way and then we're going, okay, take me half the way, I'll manage after, you know. No, we don't want. Okay, so he waited for the other people. The other people, it takes longer time. They have to take care of the carriage and check this and check the other, you know. And he didn't make it. He started like 4 hours after Rabbeinu. So he was very worried because he knew he has to stop in another village, Krasny, it's called. It's a small town. And most of the time when Rabbeinu was coming to a town, he didn't say to anyone where he's going to sleep. So he was afraid he will come later and he won't know where Rabbeinu is. Okay. So anyway, he went and he was so worried and he didn't know what was going on. So when he came to Krasny, like 4 hours after Rabbeinu, so he looked like a worried man. So he comes, and Rabbeinu told everybody where he stays, and there were many people there, and Rabbi Natan came over and sat down with everyone. But Rabbeinu saw that he was worried. He says, "Why are you worried? You are sorry that you came here?" So Rabbi Nachman didn't know what to say. So he said, I was afraid maybe you will come, and until I will come, you will keep going. And then I will have to take care of the horses, and I wouldn't catch you. So Rabbeinu told him, what are you worried about? All the world is running only for you. This one is going for his business to Breslev, this one goes to his business for Germany, this one goes to England. They're all running only for you. They're all working only for you. So he got up, he got courage, yeah? Encouraged, yeah?
He was encouraged.
He was encouraged, yeah? So then he told him, yeah, I was worried I won't see you today. Yeah? So Rabbeinu said, yeah, no, we have to see each other again and again and again and again and again. Okay? So they stayed there and they slept there. In the morning, Rabbeinu got up very early and
he left.
And Rabbi Nachman, again, he had to go with the poor people. So he didn't wait for the carriage, he started running after his carriage. So, I don't know, maybe something will happen. And I start running. So his friend, Rabbi Naftali, saw that Rabbi Nachman ran, so he started running also. And they were running, and then the carriage came downhill, and downhill they go slow. No, they go slow. With the horses, with the carriage, you go slow. Because if you stop, the carriage push the horses, and the horses can fall down.
Okay.
So they go very slow on downhill. Yeah, not like a car today.
Okay.
Yeah, they go very slow. And then they came on the bottom of the hill. There was a river, and Rabbeinu had to cross the bridge. And one of the Talmidim knew that he was going to pass there, and so he waited there. So he stopped him. So Rabbi Nachman caught him. He was running, and he caught him there. And Rabbeinu was pleased that Rabbi Nachman caught him. So he says to him, "What do you want me to do? To give you a bracha, or to say Torah?" So Rabbi Nachman said, "A bracha you will give us when you will come healthy from Lemberg. But Torah, I want now." Because he knew whatever Rabbeinu said, it's forever. And if I don't get it now, so I won't get it.
Right.
And then he said the end of this Torah, of the Torah Reshbet. And when he finished the Torah, so they said, they kissed the hand, and Rabbeinu said, I wish you a long life for all these three Talmidim that were there. And he left for Lemberg. And then Rabbi Nachman didn't see him for 2 years.
Whoa.
And when he came back from Lemberg, he lived for another 2.5 years.
Whoa.
So, what does the story has to do with this Torah? But this Torah is against the unbelievers. Yeah? So what happened here? We see this student believing that this rabbi has the sense of life in his hand. And even then he looks, what you're running after the carriage. And after this, after Rabbeinu started going, the Seder, he kept running after the carriage until it disappeared from his eyes. He kept running after it. Why? I know, here's the life. I'm running after it. So the first time, I caught him. The second time, I'm running. I know I'm not going to catch him again. Now it's a straight place. It's strong horses. It's a good carriage. I don't have any chance to catch it, but I'm running after it. And I'm looking until it disappears from my eyes. This is the lesson that we have to learn from this story. I know this is This is the sense of life. What I have here in these books, this is the sense of life. I have to run after it. If Rabbeinu says, it looks very simple, okay, you have to judge everyone for the good. Oh, no, it's a good idea. It's very nice, intelligent, and it's very nice. It's humanic look of life. It's very clever. No, it is very clever. It is very intelligent. It is very humanic idea. Whatever other compliments you can give, but more than this is the sense of life. Whatever we learn here that is clever, it's intelligent, it's amazing, the main point is this is life. This is the real life. And this is what Rebbi Nachman understood. Rebbi Nachman understood that this Rebbi Nachman, he has the power of giving life to everyone that runs after him. But I have to run after him. I must run after him. Okay, so I don't have the Rabbi to run after him. But he says, I leave you my books. And he says in Sefer Bereshit, he says, the Ruach Elokim merachepet al pnei hamayim. The Spirit of God is
hovered
above the water. What is the water?
Torah.
Is the Torah, yeah? What is the Spirit of God? Is the Tzaddik. So the Spirit of the Tzaddik, the Spirit of God is in his books. So when we run after the books, we get the Spirit. And this is the main point. It's good to have seichel in it. It's good to have understanding. It's good. It's not that I'm saying, no, just read it. No. Run after it. Try to understand it. But no, you have to know that when you understand something, when you get something out of it, you get the Spirit of God. And this is the real life. Because we started, Chabib Adam Shenivra B'Tzelem. Yeah? Hashem loves the man that he was created in his image, in the Spirit of God. Each man has the Spirit of God. I have to liven this spirit, not to let it die and let the spirit of the animal, get over it.
Strengthen the flame.
Yeah? Okay, so this is the beginning. This is the idea behind it. That now we have to find, when we find a good point. Okay, so, כי צריך לדון כל אדם לכף זכות. We have to judge everyone to the side of the zchut, of the good. Zchut in Hebrew, in the Lashon HaKodesh, zchut.
Merit.
What is merit?
Merit means for the sake of.
For the sake of. Yeah. But when a man stands in front of the judge, he is, how do you say, to blame. He is chayav.
Yeah.
What do you say, chayav?
Guilty, responsible.
He's guilty, he's guilty. And the other side?
He's innocent.
He's innocent. So zchut means, to the good side, and also it means innocent.
Okay.
It means it has the two meanings, This meaning of innocent. And also zchut is pure. Like a glass is pure. You can see through it. So this is also clear. So when I look on someone, the first point is I move to the side of the good. The second point, I think, no, he's not guilty. He's innocent. Only I cannot see. When I see, so it's clear. I come to the meaning of the word that it's clear. Now it's clear for me that he's innocent. He did it because of a mistake, because he didn't know how important it is, because no one gave him right education. Like people are growing up in the slums, They grow up in the slums. What can you expect from them? So some of them, they get out of it. Yeah, they get out of it and they learn and then they become normal people, you know. But if they don't manage, so it's not, you cannot blame them like you take a rich man, an intelligent man, you know, and this son went down. This man is much harder to judge him for the good side. Okay. The first idea from anyone that learned Torah, when he listened to this, he says, okay, it's a Mishnah in Pirkei Avot. כן? רבי יהושע בן פרחיה אומר, עשה לך רב וקנה לך חבר והבא דן את כל האדם לקו זכות. Yeah? Make yourself a rabbi, find yourself a rabbi, don't trust on yourself. And he says there, you know, he says that even if the rabbi, you don't think the rabbi is much clever than you are, or not that he knows much more Torah than you are, make him as a rabbi. Why? Because when you come to him with a question, he will work very hard, even if he's the same level as you are. He will work very hard to find a good answer. And when he will work very hard to find a good answer, you will have the time also to work on it, to find the right answer. You know, if you can find a rabbi that is higher than you, okay, it's better for sure. And buy yourself a friend. Yeah? A friend that will be your friend forever. You know, buy him. You know, buy him and buy him with all the with all the meanings of buying. You know, with giving him presents, with speaking to him kindly, with telling him that he's the best, and buy him. Yeah? And ודן את כל אדם זכות, and be judging every man to the side of the good. Okay, but when you come there and you learn all the Mefarshim there, they say, you know, that to judge someone for the good side, you judge only the tzaddik for the good side, or someone that is half and half, or someone that you don't know his behavior. But someone that you know that he's a Rasha, that he's a bad man, no. You don't judge him for the good side. You judge him for the bad side. Even if he does something good, you have to think that his meaning is bad. And here Rabbeinu says, yeah, afilu mishu rasha gamur. You have to judge him for the good side.
Even if he's a Rasha gamur.
Yeah. So something doesn't go together. Not only this, you know, in Sefer Amidot, which is a book of Rabbeinu, he himself says, the one that judged the Rasha for the good side, he's a Rasha like him.
Really?
Yeah.
So no.
So something is wrong here.
Yeah.
Okay. But before this, you know, Rabbi Yehoshua ben Farchia that says this saying, he's the rabbi of the Christian, the first Christian. And how did it happen that this man went out of the Judaism? Because they were coming back. Rabbi Yehoshua ben Farchia had to run away to Egypt. Yeah, and his Talmidim, his student, went with him, and he was one of the students. On the way back, they stopped in an inn to eat something, and this Talmid says, "Did you see the Balabayit? Yeah." She has very beautiful eyes. So he says to him, you look on this thing. This is what you're looking at. And he
sent him away.
Okay, the Talmud understood that he made a mistake and this is not the right way, and he came to speak to the Rav. But the Rav didn't take any notice of him. Yeah, so they say he was davening in this time or Krishma and this, but the Rav felt that he pushed him too hard. So this is the tshuva of the Rav. In this saying, he says you mustn't push someone with both of your hands. Judge him to the right side. So again, we see here, that it's a fight against the unbeliever. Yeah? Because the Talmud should believe, if the Rav behaved to me in this way, this is the right way. No? Rabbi Nachman didn't judge Rabbeinu, his Rabbi. Oh, he's running away from me, he's not waiting for me, he knows that I don't have courage and I cannot run after him the same speed that he's running, why doesn't he wait for me, he's not okay, I'm doing something else. He's running. And this is my Rav, I know he has the sense of life in his hands, I'm running after him, that's it. So this is the beginning. The difference is that Rabbeinu says, צריך לדון את כל אדם לקו זכות. You have to judge every man. Rabbi Yoshua ben Farachia says, צריך לדון את כל האדם. With a hey הידיעה. It's, the man. You have to judge the man. What is the man? The special man. What is the special man? The tzaddik. The good man. The good man, you have to judge him to the right side, but the bad man, you don't have to judge him. Okay, so this is the difference between the Rabbi Yoshua ben Farachia. He starts this work of the belief, and we will understand how does it work, the belief here. But Rabbi Nachman goes further down, because the generation went further down, so you have to go further down. Now I want you to find a good place. I don't want you to judge. You have to judge every man to the good side. But then what does he say? Yeah? אפילו מישהו רשע גמור צריך לחפש למצוא בו איזה מעט טוב. Don't judge him in the whole. The Russia is good and his deeds are good deeds. No. It's not what I'm saying to you. He's a Russia. You mustn't judge him to the good side. But you can find a good point in him, that in this good point, he is not a Rasha. And this good point will pull him to the good side. Yeah, it's a little bit of different work. Yeah, there's one work, I know this man, he's an okay man. And I see he's doing something wrong. Like someone come and ask him for help. Please, can you help me? Can you move your car? I want to park my car. Move 2 meters. I will have also a place. Just saying no. No, why not? You can move. Move. No. Okay. I judge him for the good side. Maybe he's waiting for some old man. Maybe he's waiting for a crippled man. Maybe he himself is a cripple. Like there's a very famous story, of an old man. I don't know how old he was. Old man with a white beard that goes up on the bus, and there's a young kid, sitting there. And so everybody tells him, let the old man sit. So the kid turns his face to the window. So all the bus start going, the kids, they don't take care, they don't have any education, no respect, and okay. After a couple of stops, this kid gets up to go down, and he takes scratches, yeah. He cannot get up, but when he sits down, you don't see it. You don't see his legs. That his legs don't work. Yeah. That he's a cripple. You don't see it. So you shout at him. Everybody was, was shocked there. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But in general, this man is good. I have to judge him for the good side. So maybe he's waiting. This is the judge for the good side. But if he's a Rasha, I know he's a Rasha. So he's not moving, not because he's waiting for someone good, or he's not moving because he doesn't want to move. He wants you to suffer. That's what he wants. So how can I judge these things for the good side? This is a bad thing to do. Whoever will say this is a good thing to do, so he's a Rasha just like him. But if I look on this Rasha, I say, this guy, where did he grow up? He grew up in the slums. He doesn't know anything better. He doesn't know anything better. He doesn't know anything to do better. Let's find if he has a good point in him, that from this good point, like we said, I can pick up the view of the human being that he has in him. And when I will have a view, I will say, like a judge in the court, when he says, listen, he was drunk on this time, he didn't know what he's doing, his wife just passed away, his kids, I find him something in the environment that made him do this bad thing. And I'm not saying that his bad nature did this thing. Yeah? So I look for this good point. And on this good point, I judge him for the good side. So this is the difference between these two works. Okay. Now, what is this thing? I'm putting. I feel that I put a lot of knowledge in a small place, but. How come when I judge him for the right, he doesn't know what I think. He doesn't know what I think. So how come this will change his life? So it says that we're all connected. No? We were all created with the same spirit of Hashem. It's the same spirit, we all have it. So we are all connected by this spirit. And when I look on this man, he feels it. Every man feels his brother man, what he thinks about him. I'll tell you a story. A story of there was one of the tzaddikim that came over he became a Rav of a big city. And in this city there was a very rich Jewish guy that he was the Rosh HaKahal, it's called. And they gave him a very important aliyah on Shabbos. Every Shabbos he would go up, but he was a very, very bad man. So when this new rabbi came over, he knew what happened. So the first Shabbos, the Gabbai calls him to come to read the Torah. The new rabbi gets up on his feet, and you're not getting any close to the Torah. A mouth like you, a man like you, out. I don't want you here. And everybody was shocked, everybody was afraid of him. What he's going to lock all the working places. Okay, he really walked out of the Bet Knesset, and he said to the Rav, "You will wait, I will catch you." Okay. After a month or two, whatever, he had to go to a Brit out of this city. So he goes out of the city, and then he sees this Rasha comes over with riding on a horse, and he knew that's his end. He had another 2 months to live, and that's all. So his Talmidim looked at the Rav, and they see that the Rav doesn't do anything. He sits there, his head is down, and he's concentrating on something. Okay, so this guy is coming on the horse, jumps off the horse, run to the carriage, and say, "Rabbi, please forgive me. I'm sorry. you are right, you are a tzaddik, you did what you had to do, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. Jump on the horse and goes away. So the Talmidim says to the Rav, what, you doing miracles? He says, no, I didn't do any miracle. But I remember this judge everyone to the good side. What good side I could give him? He's a Russia, yeah? I had to send him out of the Bet Knesset. But still he thought it's very important to read in the Torah. It's a good point. It's a very good point. He thought it's worth it to sit in the Bet Knesset for an hour or more just to go up the... He thought this is the honor. To read on the Torah, this is the honor. So this was his kav zchut. This was the point of zchut. And when I thought about it, and I said, no, I love this guy. I love this guy. He's good Jewish. He's a good man. He's okay. So he felt my thoughts, and he thought the same. The rabbi did what he had to do. This is his job. He didn't come here to let people like me destroy the community. He has to lead the community on the good way. So he did only what he does. He's not hating me. He doesn't hate me. He loves me. That's what he thought. And then he said he knew how to say to say that he's sorry that he behaved to me like this. And that's it. So this is we feel each other. You have a feeling to each other. When someone speaks, you listen to someone. You feel when this man speaks out of his heart. Or when like I remember when I was a kid, I trod on someone's garden, on the neighbor's garden, and I destroyed all the plants over there. So my mother sent me to say to the neighbor that I'm sorry. So it took some time until she convinced me to go. And I went and I knocked on the door, and the neighbor opens the door and said, I'm sorry. Without any feelings, I said, my mother told me to come and say I'm sorry, I didn't say this sentence, but this is what I did,
Yeah.
My mother told me, so I did it. But I don't feel sorry. I played, I had a good time, and it's okay, a couple of plants are broken, so what? What happened? But my mother said that I have to say I'm sorry. So I went knocking on her and said I'm sorry. The neighbor knew. She felt that I'm saying out. But for a kid, it's okay. Yeah? He's getting educated.
That's a good lesson.
Yeah, it's a good lesson for him. But for an adult, you made damage to your friend. You have to feel that you're sorry. If you don't feel that you're sorry and you come and say, yeah, listen, I'm sorry, just because you're polite, so it's like you're okay, nothing happened. But you don't feel that you're sorry, and he doesn't feel that nothing happened. You didn't come to the point of connecting, of feeling friendship, because all these things when you have something that you like an accident with someone, you have an argument with someone. The argument means that Hashem connected you by this argument. Like when you come to a yeshiva, what do you see? Everybody is shouting and arguing, and it's not like university. University, everything is quiet. In yeshiva, they shout, no, it's not like this, it's like that. But in the end, they love each other. Why? Because they took all the heart out. And they said exactly what they think. And when they said, they felt, wow, I'm sorry I hurt you, So again they said, in the beginning they said the bad thing, you don't know how to learn, you don't understand anything, you don't have any sechel, you are nothing. That's what they said during the learning, But after they finished the learning, they said, wow, I'm sorry, you were right in the end, And at least at this point you were right. And you leaded me, your thought leaded me to the right point, So they say, they take out the heart also on the good side. So they become friends. Because now I can believe you, because I know when you feel bad about me, you will tell me.
Because you're honest.
Yeah. And when you feel good about me, you will tell me. So we can be friends. I can trust you. So if you hurt someone, you did damage to someone, and you come and you say, really, I'm sorry, how much does it cost? One of my good friends, become out of this. I was going in a car, and I knocked his
Wind mirror?
No, the light in the back, but it was a very expensive car. And I couldn't find this man, so I left a note there. I'm sorry I knocked your car, this is my telephone number, please call me, I will pay you whatever I have to pay. So he was so pleased, that he found, when he found this note, he said, wow, I never had this such a note, and he was pleased. I said, no, I have to pay you, I'll pay you. And I paid him, and we became very good friends. I had the same incident, in another place. And also I left a note there, and the guy, he called me, he killed me. He cursed me, he killed me. And he went to he went to the garage, and they gave him an estimation, how much.
Estimate, yeah.
I told him, no, it's very, go to the other one. There's one not far from you, the same distance. I know this guy. He will do it much cheaper, half the price. I could run away. You wouldn't know who I am. No, I was okay with you. Be okay with me. No, I'm going only to this man and this man. I paid him in the end. But this man, he bought the suggestion that I gave him. Let's be friends. Let's be honest. Let's be straight. Let's be human beings. But this man didn't get it. So with this man, everything is go and it's peaceful and it's nice. Okay. Maybe he did another job, maybe he fixed another thing in his car. But his heart is not clean. And his life is not clean. He lives different altogether. When you start feeling this feeling, finding a good point. When you find the good point is the point of the Spirit of Hashem. So I can feel the Spirit of Hashem. I can feel this man is a good man. The world is good. Hashem is good. My life is good. I am good. Everything is good. So it's different life altogether when you start doing
thinking that way. Yeah.
Okay, this is the the first shiur of this Torah.
Okay.
I hope we can go inside a little bit more and a little bit more every week.
Every week. Okay, and we're meeting next week.
Be'ezrat Hashem.
Okay.